Section 1 of War Poems and Other Verses by R.E. Vernède. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. War Poems, Part 1. To C.H.V. What shall I bring to you, wife of mine, when I come back from the war? A ribbon your dear brown hair to twine? A shawl from a Berlin store? Say, shall I choose you some Prussian hack when the Uhlans we overwhelm? Shall I bring you a Potsdam goblet back, and the crest from a prince's helm? Little you'd care what I laid at your feet, ribbon or crest or shawl. What if I bring you nothing, sweet, nor maybe come home at all? Ah, but you'll know, brave heart, you'll know 2 things I'll have kept to send: mine honor, for which you bade me go, and my love, to the end. England to the Sea. Hearken, O mother, hearken to thy daughter. Fain would I tell thee what men tell to me, saying that henceforth no more on any water shall I be first or great, or loved or free, but that these others, so the tale is spoken, who have not known thee all these centuries, by fire and sword, shall yet turn England broken back from thy breast and beaten from thy seas. Me, whom thou barest where thy wave should guard me, me, whom thou suckledst on thy milk of foam, me, whom thy kisses shaped what while they marred me, to whom thy storms are sweet and ring of home. Behold, they cry, she is grown soft and strengthless, all her proud memories changed to fear and fret. Say thou, who hast watched through ages that are lengthless, whom have I feared, and when did I forget? What sons of mine have shunned thy worlds and races? Have I not reared for thee time and again, and bid go forth to share thy fierce embraces, sea-ducks, sea-wolves, sea-rovers, sea-men? Names that thou knowest, great hearts that thou holdest, rocking them in an endless wake. Captains the world can match not with its boldest, Hawke, Howard, Grenville, Frobisher, Drake. Nelson, the greatest of them all, the master who swept across thee like a shooting star, and while the earth stood veiled before disaster, caught death and slew him there at Trafalgar. Mother, they knew me then as thou didst know me. Then I cried, peace, and every flag was furled. But I am old, it seems, and they would show me that nevermore my peace shall bind the world. Wherefore, O sea, I, standing thus before thee, stretch forth my hands unto thy surge, and say, when they come forth who seek this empire o'er thee, and I go forth to meet them, on that day God grant to us the old Armada weather, the winds that rip, the heavens that stoop and lower. Not till the sea and England sink together shall they be masters. Let them boast that hour. August 1914. The Call. Lad with a merry smile and the eyes quick as a hawk's and clear as the day, you who have counted the game the prize, here is the game of games to play. Never a goal, the captains say, matches the one that's needed now. Put the old blazer and cap away, England's colors await your brow. Man with the square-set jaws and chin, always it seems you have moved to your end, sure of yourself, intent to win. Fame and wealth and the power to bend, all that you made you're called to spend, all that you've sought you're asked to miss. What ambition compared with this, that a man lay down his life for his friend? Dreamer, oft in your glancing mind, brave with drinking the fairy brew, you have smitten the ogre's blind when the fair princess cried out to you. Dreamer, what if your dreams are true? Yonder's a bayonet, magical, since him who it strikes the blade sinks through. Take it and strike for England, Prince. Friend with a face so hard and worn, the devil in you have sometimes met, and now you curse the day you were born, and want one boon of God, to forget. Ah, but I know, and yet, I think out there in the shrapnel spray, you shall stand up and not regret the life that gave you so splendid a day. lover of ease, you've lolled and forgot all the things that you meant to write. Life has been soft for you, has it not? What offer does England make tonight? This, to toil and to march and to fight, as never you've dreamed since your life began. This, to carry the steel-swept height, this, to know you've played the man. Brothers, brothers, the time is short, nor soon again shall it so betide, that a man may pass from the common sort, sudden, and stand by the hero's side. Are there some that being named yet bide? Hark once more to the clarion call, sounded by him who deathless died. This day England expects you all. August, 1914. The Indian Army. Into the west they are marching. This is their longed-for day, when that which England gave them they may at last repay, when for the faith she dealt them, peasants and priests and lords, when for the love they bear her, they shall unsheath their swords. Men of the plains and hillmen, men born to warrior roles, tall men of matchless ardor, small men with mighty souls, rulers alike and subjects, splendid the roll-call rings, Rajas and Maharajas, kings and the sons of kings, Bikaner, Patiala, Ratlam, and Kishangar, Jodhpur, who rides the leopard down, Sachin and Kuch Bihar. From lands where skies are molten and suns strike down and parch, out of the east they're marching, into the west they march. O little nimble Gurkhas, who've won 100 fights, O Sikhs, the Sikhs who failed not upon the Dargai heights, Rajputs, against whose valor once in a younger world, ruthless, unceasing, vainly the Moguls' hosts were hurled. Grey are our western daybreaks, and grey our western skies, and very cold the night watch unbroke by jackals' cries. Hard, too, will be the waiting. You do not love to wait? Ay, but the charge with bayonets, they'll sound it soon or late. And when that charge is sounded, who'll heed grey skies and cold? Not you, Sikhs, Rajputs, Gurkhas, if to one thought you hold. If as you cross the open, if as the foe you near, if as you leap the trenches, this thought is very clear. These foes, they are not sahibs, they break the word they plight, on babes their blades are whetted, dead women know their might. Their princes are as sweepers whom none may touch or trust, their gods they have forgotten, their honor trails the dust. All that they had of Izzat is trodden under heel. Into their hearts, my brothers, drive home the steel. August 1914. Mena, Mena. In that green land behind you, the well-loved homesteads stand, quiet as when you left them, to spoil a little land. And still your busy housewives sit knitting, unafraid, and still your children play as once the Flemish children played. In that green land behind you, whence you went forth to kill, your maids await their lovers, with hope their bosoms thrill. O lips too sweet almost to kiss, O eyes grown bright in vain, so waited many a Flemish maid, whom none shall kiss again. In that green land behind you, heard you a bugle call? See you in dreams a writing form on every homestead wall? What is yon cloud that grows and grows? The Cossacks ride that way. Pray that their hearts be not as yours. If gods be left you, pray. A Legend of the Fleet. Since Nelson went to glory 100 years ago, no man can hear the story, but still it makes him glow. There's lots of old wiseacres, longshoremen, and headshakers who say, we have none like him, his like we'll never know. And maybe they speak rightly, for God himself, you'd say, would scarce start making lightly another piece of clay, filled with his high devotions, his brain that raced the oceans, his heart of fire and swiftness that won Trafalgar Day. Yet on the other hand, sirs, there's some folks that declare strange stuff to tell on land, sirs, but sailormen, they'll swear, when Nelson went to glory, his heart, for that's their story, afire he flung it to the fleet, and still it's blazing there. So when our grim grey cruisers nose out the skulking foe, and beggars not being choosers, their guns begin to crow, though Nelson's gone to glory, 'twill be the same old story. His heart will lead us, and them that doubt will know. The sea is his. The sea is his. He made it, black gulf and sunlit shoal, from barriered bight to where the long leagues of Atlantic roll. Small strait and ceaseless ocean he bade each one to be. The sea is his. He made it, and England keeps it free. By pain and stress and striving beyond the nation's ken, by vigils stern when others slept, by many lives of men. Through nights of storm, through dawnings blacker than midnights be, this sea that God created, England, has kept it free. Count me the splendid captains who sailed with courage high to chart the perilous ways unknown. Tell me where these men lie. To light a path for ships to come, they moored at Dead Man's Quay. The sea is God's, he made it, and these men made it free. O little land of England, O mother of hearts too brave, men say this trust shall pass from thee, who guardest Nelson's grave. Ay, but these braggarts yet shall learn, who'd hold the world in fee, the sea is God's, and England shall keep it free. To the United States. Traitors have carried the word about that your hearts are cold with the doubt that kills. Fools, as though you could sink to doubt, you whom the name of freedom thrills. They fear lest we plead with you by our blood to throb with England in this great fight, caring no whit if the cause be good, crying, it's England's, account it right. Nay, but that call would be vain indeed. Not thus do brothers to brothers speak. We shall not plead with you. Let them plead, whose heel is set on the necks of the weak. Let them plead, who have piled the dead, league after league in that little land, whose hands with the blood of babes are red, red while they grasp you by the hand. Let them plead, if for shame they dare, whose honor is broke and their oaths forsworn. We shall know by the blood we share, the answer you cannot speak for scorn. September 1914. The day. How shall it break, this dawn beyond forgetting? Out of grey skies shall just the same rose-red signal a day like which, ere its setting, gave us the seas to hold. And Nelson dead. Then, even as now, strife filled the earth's four quarters, and might seemed right, and God was challenged. Then, even as now, upon the dim blue waters, the fleet kept watch, the fleet that Nelson led. Dead is the admiral. All the ships he won with are scrapped, forgotten, and the doubters say, though he still lived, his skill is past and done with, and none may tell the outcome of this day. Since from high heaven itself death may come sailing suddenly, and from waters smooth and clear, sharper than from a gun's mouth, hell starts hailing, and ere the foe be seen, the doom is near. Ay, but remember ye, when doubts come creeping, that not his seacraft only Nelson left, things nobler far he gave his men in keeping, that should avail them, though all else were reft. Things that time cannot fashion and unfashion, the fearless faith that love of freedom gives, the fire, the inextinguishable passion, the will to die, so only England lives. Watch an ye will, and pray, no prayer forgetting, for the brave hearts on yon dim waters rocked. For fear not for the end of that sun setting. The fire burns on. Faith wins. God is not mocked. England marching. Winter, it's winter, little greatest country. Black clouds keep piling up a bitter sky, and the winds are screaming up from the cruel north line. Cold winds, cold hearts. Winter is nigh. Other peoples, great ones, little greatest country, marking all the storm signs and the tyrants waxing strong, take fear to counsel, and sound for a retiring, sink on their knees and whimper, Lord, how long? You have never halted, little greatest country, though the foe ran ravening and all heaven was grey. though cowards noisily twittered of disaster, leaders hung back that should have shown the way. On through the darkness, little greatest country, you have kept marching the men that you bore. Seemed their drums muffled, their trumpets were they silent? Ah, but the footbeats, hear their ceaseless roar! Little greatest country, never yet went army poor and so valiant, crushed and so free, though deadlier night, disdaining the false captains, marching, marching, to spring and victory. December 1914. Christmas 1914. Let us forget at this sad Christmas tide all but the babe who in his manger lay, God's Son who came that peace might reign alway, and love be Lord. Though him they crucified, ay, but he died not vainly. Cruelty died all down the ages, and the babe held sway in true men's hearts, so that the stronger they, so much the more they crushed their strength and pride, until a race that had forgot the Christ arose, saying, Behold, we are mighty men, as once of old let might be right again. O babe, hath not thy life, thy death sufficed? Let us forget, nay, let us rather wake and strike them down for Christ's and old babe's sake. End of section 1.